Today's adventure brings me to Carolina Beach Lake. So you can see the flags up there kind of buffeting along. It's quite nippy today. That wind is very, very brisk. Even the yard chickens over here, they're not doing a whole lot of movement. They're not very active at all. They're just kind of hanging out right here on this little island, right here on the edge of the lake itself. So good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, Hitchhiking Yeti. And it has been a minute. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've made a vlog here in the city limit of Carolina Beach. And today is the day. I thought today would be a good day. Got Thanksgiving out of the way, had a lot of food, a lot of good eats. I hope all you guys had a very happy Thanksgiving, of course, as we now move toward Christmas. A lot of the Christmas decorations are going up here around town. The lights have been turned on. A lot of good stuff happening. I'm definitely in the mood for Christmas. I have a very fun Christmas plan this year that I can't wait to share it with you. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of stuff around Christmas or right after, once I can film all of it and get it edited for you. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But today, I'm a big fan of the history of Carolina Beach, and that's what we're gonna dive into today. I have some old pictures from the 80s and 90s, and I'm gonna take you to certain spots and showed you what it used to look like back then, and we're going to look at what it used to look like now. We're going to try to line some photos up if we can, and I'm going to try to stand in the right spot where, you know, that maybe that picture was originally being taken. So bear with me. This is kind of a then and now video, so this ought to be a lot of fun. We're going to look at some old stuff, and if you've been to Carolina Beach for many, many years, you might recognize some of this stuff. So if you're ready, I'm ready, my friends. Let's begin. And now I have made my way up here to the Carolina Beach Boardwalk. This is actually the Carolina Beach Boardwalk gazebo. And this is where they have their little concerts. Right there is the stage. You can see they have a very big Christmas tree set up on the stage. But this would be our first location right here that we're going to look at. An oldie from the past. I'm talking about the Landmark restaurant used to sit right here on this corner. If you look off to the right in the photo, you can actually see the banister railing that would take you up to the back side of the Carolina Beach gazebo. Also notice that manhole right there, like in the center of the shot, right close to the Landmark restaurant, and a drain. And this is what it looks like today. You can still see the banister railing, which is just right here. Right there is the drain. And right over here is the manhole that we seen in that same picture. So this is where the Landmark restaurant used to be, and there was more stores. Obviously, I can't remember the names of them that followed on down the way here. So this is kind of cool little look back just to see how things have changed. And boy, has it changed, because look at this property now. It's been cleared off for quite some time. You know, this was back in the 1990s, so it's been a while. And you can just check this out. Normally, you know, they have a very large Ferris wheel right here in this area. And now we have this stationary sea dragon that I still don't know if it's actually worked or not. I've never seen it work. All summer long, they just worked on it, and I never got to see it move. But who knows? Maybe next summer we can get to see the sea dragon in action. All right, and here we are at the next location. You might recognize it if you've been coming to Carolina Beach long enough, especially if you was here in the 80s and 90s, especially in those years, for those 2 decades. This was a awesome bumper car place. This is the Carolina Beach Bumper Cars, this blue building right here. And in this photo, they've already started kind of gutting it and changing it over to a convenience store at that time. But you can kind of get an idea of what it looked like at the time. Like the openings, the big openings, which are now glass windows on the new store. But back then they just had these openings with these bars up, almost like jailhouse bars. And you just went up and kind of watched people just slam into each other and just hit. I mean, it was violent. That was probably the most violent bumper cars I've ever ridden in my life. Even to this day, it's absolutely insanity. But today, it's just a harmless convenience store. And all that stuff, that picture I just showed you was actually, I think, in 2018. It was when they was actually changing stuff over to this said convenience store. But that bumper car place, I spent many, many days in there running into people and having a good time, and met some really good friends. Even if it was just for a weekend or a few days, you would meet other kids down here in that time period and strike up a friendship, and it was a lot of fun. We all loved the bumper cars, and it was just great. But today, it's the K Smart convenience store. So a big change. It's not what it once was, not even close. But if you look at it, you can still see how these big squared out windows, which is just now panes of glass in them, that is the original windows for the bumper cars. And they, like I said, they used to have these bars. It was just like wrought iron bars that went up to about right here, about halfway. And you could just kind of stand over here and look at the bars and you watch the bumper cars on inside. So yeah. And you know, this place sells all kinds of interesting things that you know, some people like during their vacation. But you know, that's just not for me. But everybody's got their own thing. Okay, let's move on down a little bit further and go check out where the Ocean Plaza used to be. That right there is definitely an oldie and a goodie. Let's go check that out now. Okay, so this right here is the Cabana Private Residences. This here used to be the Cabana de Mar Hotel or Motel. And this is kind of important to you because I'm going to take you around here on the side, on the alleyway, where you're between the Hampton Inn and the Cabana. I want to show you a ledge where one of the big suites are here at Cabana. And I want you to really focus in on that because it's really important to show you that before I show you where I'm going to stand, where we're going to look at where the old Ocean Plaza used to stand. All right, so right here we are. Right here is the gate for the Cabana. Here on the side, right here is the Hampton Inn and Suites. You see they still have this old signage up. It says Cabana de Mar. This signage is super old because this place has not been known as Cabana de Mar in probably, I don't know, 20 years, I bet. It's been a minute. But notice up there at the top, that balcony right there. You see how that balcony kind of hangs out? I want you to really focus on that picture because I'm going to throw a picture up here where you can see the Ocean Plaza. I'm going to show you exactly where the Ocean Plaza used to be. But unfortunately, the Hampton is so big, it overshadows the Cabana these days. So you can't even see that little overhang. But that overhang is what is key to kind of give you reference of where the Ocean Plaza used to sit. All right, so right here is the photo of the Ocean Plaza. This was probably dated in the mid-90s, maybe 1993 to 1995, somewhere in that range. If you look right next to the Ocean Plaza was like a club. They had a club upstairs, you know, where they would have like dancing and music and, you know, even famous stars would come there sometime back in the 60s and the 50s. But yeah, that little purple building right next to it was actually New Orleans Snowball. And I always enjoyed going in there. That was such a cool place. I've actually spoke about that place before in the past where they had just these awesome snowballs. They would take Polaroid pictures and hang them up on the wall of all the kids that would come in there. It was really cool. And if you look up to the left and top, you can see the Cabana de Mar Motel right there. And you can see that little balcony that I was talking about. And that kind of gives you a little reference of how the layout used to be. So if we look today, this is what it looks like. You know, the Hampton Inn and Suites actually blocks the view of the Cabana. You can just barely see the Cabana off to the left there. But this right here is the place where the Ocean Plaza used to sit. It was a mainstay in Carolina Beach for years and years and years. And I think finally in the mid-2000s is around the time period I think they started doing a lot of, you know, moving stuff, tearing stuff down, making way for this big motel right here, or hotel, the Hampton Inn and Suites. So they cleared it and it stayed desolate for a long time. I think a lot of people wonder, is the Hampton ever actually going to come? It was almost like the running joke with Harris Teeter over where Publix is now. It's like, hey man, when they finally going to build this place? But they finally got to it and built it. But this is the old site where the Ocean Plaza used to stand. And if you look at the Ocean Plaza and you look at some of these other like stucco style buildings and stuff, you know, they're still here. They've been rebranded and different things have moved inside, like the Crush and Grind coffee shop, and which I enjoy a lot. But oh, the Fudge Boat's been here for a really long time. She ain't going nowhere. So she is definitely a mainstay. All right. So let's go ahead and move along. And there's something else I want to show you here in a little bit. I got some fun news for you about one of my favorite hamburger locations here in town. We're going to go walk over there real quick and tell you some good news about that I heard. All right, my friends, here I am at Island Burgers and Bites. As you know, if you've been watching this channel for any period of time, this is my favorite double cheeseburger location. Absolutely love it. And over the last year and a half, 2 years, ever since Hardee's closed the door and it's just been sitting vacant, I would jokingly throw out, like, if it was me, I would take Island Burger Bites and move it inside of Hardee's right here in this location. Because if you've ever been to Island Burgers and Bites, it's very small. It's just a little nook in the convenience store, and there is no indoor seating or anything like that. All the seating is on the back side of the building here. They've got like a little patio back there where you can sit on the back side, which is kind of cool. And you can look at the marina as the boats come in and out and things like that. So it is kind of nice, but this right here will give you indoor seating. And amazingly enough, I was just inside of Island Burger and Bites and spoke to one of the guys in there. And they said, yes, they're actually have a lease for this building. They've already ripped everything out, getting ready, maybe February, possibly March at the latest. This is going to be Island Burger Bites' new home. You're going to be able to go inside and eat, I think. He didn't say that, but I imagine so, because they do have a dining room. It's a Hardee's. So, yeah, and right here, we can take a look at this. He was right. They have been out here working. This is where they've been gutting the place, getting it all fixed up. I'm a huge fan of burgers, and especially Island Burger Bites, because anybody who gives you a quality burger, which they do, and they're not the only one in town by no means, but I'm just saying, when it comes to a double cheeseburger, the ratio of that double patty and the chili and the slaw and everything, they knock it out of the park most consistently for me. They're my favorite. That's just how it is. But I love a lot of different hamburger locations. No favoritism here. But I do like to just say, hey, that's coming. Just for me, that's coming, and I'm really, really excited. Okay, let's go look at some then and now, some history. But I just wanted to throw that out there to you because that makes me very, very happy. All right, here we are at our next location. This is Plantation House of Pancakes here on Lake Park Boulevard here in Carolina Beach. This photo was actually from 1984. In the Plantation House of Pancakes, they also had waffles and omelets, as you can see. And they also say, it also says on that sign there, I don't know if you can read or not, but like you can book parties here and have like meetings and things like that. So really cool, right? Some of you may or may not remember this. This actually goes back a little far for me. I don't think I ever had a breakfast at the Plantation House of Pancakes, but I have had breakfast here at Kate's Pancake House, located right here on Lake Park Boulevard. So, you know, it was a while ago. It was like, what's that, 40 years ago? But guess what? They were still serving some pancakes in here. And they're still serving today here in 2024, as 2025 is just right around the corner. But kind of cool that that's what this building is known for back in the 80s. And it's still known for to this very day. And not just pancakes, but they have some eggs and bacon and toast to go along with it. And I do think they do some gravy biscuits. But their big thing is, as you can see by this mural right here, it's still pancakes. Golly, that just kind of makes me hungry looking at it, even though it is an umbrella of pancakes. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But I kind of like it. I love all the colors and stuff. But yeah, just think about it. Back in the day, back in 40 years ago, they were still serving waffles and pancakes out of this place. It just wasn't Kate's. It was the Plantation House. But I gotta say, I like the Kate's Pancake House name better. I don't know, it's just something about it. I just like that. It's got a nice ring to it. Been here for many years and still a hot place to go during the summer because, man, the line is always out the door. Oh, by the way, if you're a fan of the movie Elf, it's called Elf Movie at the Lake. Saturday, December 14th at 5 p.m. Watch a holiday movie under the stars. Enjoy the 2003 movie Elf, rated PG. We'll also have Santa and a interactive character and other surprises. So if you're a fan of the movie Elf and you're in the Carolina Beach area, definitely keep this in mind. This might be a lot of fun. Me personally, I have always fancied myself more of a Christmas Vacation type of a guy. That is a movie that I systematically watch every single year at Christmas. And once I got married to my wife, she just kind of does it with me now. She sits down and she watches. She don't laugh as hard as I do. It's funny. I've seen that movie so many times. I know every word, every line in that movie that Chevy Chase is going to do. And I still laugh every single year. So I'm definitely a Christmas Vacation guy. Kind of person are you guys? What is your favorite Christmas movie? I mean, this question don't really have anything to do with our video today, but I'm in the mood. I just want to know, like, what's y'all's favorite Christmas movie? Is it Elf? Is it Christmas Vacation? You know, throw it out there. Heck, maybe it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's another good one. It's been around for many years. All right, right here in this photo, this is a photo from 1979. And this place was called Blaine TV and Rentals here in Carolina Beach. And look at the top, look at the roof, how it looks and everything. The front fascia of the place. Look at the poles in the front on either side of the door. And this is what it looks like today. So not a lot of changes to Blaine TV and Rentals. Other than now, there's no TV rentals going on here. But this is actually called Journey Golf Carts. Journey Golf Carts. You know what? This red sign right here, see this red arrow? I am getting some heavy Beetlejuice vibes out of that. You remember in the first Beetlejuice movie, I got to reference the first Beetlejuice because I've not seen the second one, but in the first one, he's got a little arrow like that, and it says Beetlejuice at his grave or something or other, I remember. That's what that reminds me of. Sorry, I derailed there for a minute. But yeah, this right here was the old Blaine TV Rentals building, but still looks pretty much the same. I mean, check that out. And now this is Journey Golf Carts. Here's a little bit of information. CarolinaBeachGolfCarts.com. You can rent them. Right there's their phone number. Right here's their hours and things like that. But yeah, maybe next time you come to town and you find yourself needing a fancy smancy golf cart, look at that. Man, I can seat 6 people. That looks pretty comfy. That is the D5 series right there, Ranger 6. Pretty awesome. All right, I like golf carts. I do. I'm not even a golfer, but I love driving one. Heck yeah, drive all the way around town on a golf cart. That is awesome. All right, that being said, let's move on up. Go check some more now and then stuff, some retro to what it looks like today. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy this. All right, and right here is the photo of the Oceaneer Motel of September 1996. This was right after Hurricane Fran hit. As you can see right below the last rooms there, a lot of the sand has been removed. As you can see the ocean, you notice that there's no kind of sand dunes. You know, that storm completely washed all the sand dunes away. There was nothing to really protect the Oceaneer Motel. Notice the swimming pool, probably full of seawater. Just nothing there. It just got overtaken by the powerful rains and storms and wind of that Category 3 hurricane. And this is what the Oceaneer Motel looks like today, but pretty much from the same, about the same angle, give or take. I moved over a little bit because in the photo, in the beach photo, you know, we talked about the swimming pool. Well, you can't see the pool right now because of all this greenery. But if we walk up this little walkway here a little bit, you can see the swimming pool is still there. And right there is the pool. And in the picture, you know, all this sand was not here. All these sea oats, all this grass and stuff growing on these sand dunes, yeah, that wasn't there at all. The water went right up to the pool, and obviously it washed out all the underneath foundation of the Oceaneer Motel. So pretty interesting to see that perspective way back then. That's the first time I've ever seen that picture, was just here recently. And I thought, man, that's wild just to know how far the water came up back then. But all in all, pretty cool. So that being said, that will pretty much do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content as always. Look here. You see this? Look at that. Somebody left their goggles right there on that stump. But it's all good. Absolutely beautiful day, yo. I gotta share this. I can't have it on selfie mode all the time. Look at this. That is absolutely beautiful. Just the sound of the waves breaking. It's not a lot of wind out here at all. It's a very calm looking day. I love days like this. Good day to go fishing. That is for darn sure. Feels pretty good. Not bad. All right, my friends, that will pretty much do it for me today. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and think about hitting that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it so very much. If you enjoyed today's content, as always, give me a big old thumbs up. That's all I ask. And any comments down below, I'll always try to get back to you as quick as I can. If you have any questions or you just want to make a comment for, hey, I remember this, or, you know, I understand that. That's what it's all about. We got ourselves a little community here. And that's exciting. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great Christmas season or holiday season. I know I'm looking forward to my holiday season. I'm doing some fun stuff, and I'm gonna be bringing it to you strong. I've never done anything quite like what I'm about to do. I mean, I've kind of done something like it, but to be the first to do something, like an inaugural, a first time, you know, it's opening for the first time. I'm giving you hints. I really am. You just have to stay tuned. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. My wife's looking forward to it. My mom's going to miss me a little bit. This will be the first Christmas that I'm spending kind of not with my mother on Christmas Day. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how she feels about that, but I'm going to do the best I can. We're still going to have our Christmas time. I won't be there Christmas Day, but we will be celebrating Christmas together and doing presents and all that good stuff. So that being said, I'm all done. Thank you so much. Y'all stay safe out there, and I hope to see you all again soon. And I bet you, if you subscribe to the channel, I bet you we'll see you soon. Y'all go ahead and have some fun. Go watch Elf, or go watch, you know, my favorite, Christmas Vacation. That's a good one. Do you think, is Die Hard considered a Christmas movie? Just a thought. Lethal Weapon, that was during Christmas. I like Lethal Weapon. I like Lethal Weapon. All right. That's all I got today.